Well, welcome. This is what we're going to call North Pole heirlooms.
Yes.
And you're going to see we got a lot of heirlooms. If you can't tell from behind us.
And to the side of us.
We're
kind of surrounded by the North Pole.
And of course, you can't even see all the stuff that's on the floor there or here to the side. Needless to say, we've got a great number of Department 56 houses, elves, landscape pieces,
lighted trees, regular trees,
miniatures.
Yeah.
I mean, just
kind of you name it, we got it for the North Pole.
Now, who we are is I'm Joseph or Joe.
And I'm Mary.
So we're Joseph and Mary Moore.
Yes. Or
Santa and Mrs.
Claus.
So yes, and I've been a Santa for going on 25 years, and you've been a Mrs. Claus for the same amount.
Exactly. And
oh my gosh.
We're going to share with you that journey, actually, because it all started with this. We can blame everything on what is behind us and around us. That's right.
I mean...
Yeah, we can blame Department 56 for this.
Yes. Yeah. Do you think we can take action?
I don't know. I mean, this really, gave us the path for the last 25 years.
And you're going to be amazed at how far that path has widened.
Yes.
Yes. Basically, to kind of give you the short version, we met...
Well, we met
in '97.
Yes, and
1997.
And
good
Joe came with a couple of just adorable little porcelain houses. Not many. You had about five.
I had five.
And of course, I'd never heard of Department 56. I didn't know what it was. And then actually, Department 56. If you don't already know, has quite a few different villages.
Yes, many different villages.
Right, and you had several houses from different villages.
I did. I came with kind of a menagerie, but my favorite was the North Pole house.
Yes.
For Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And I said, God, I just love this. I love the sparkle on the roofs and everything else. I just love this.
Yeah.
And Mary took one look at it and go, we need more.
Yes.
Yeah. And so what wound up happening is I wound up selling off the ones that weren't North Pole series.
Yeah.
And buying a couple others. Well, once we started buying a couple others on eBay.
Well, and I should also just give a real quick thing that from the humble beginnings, which really was 5 houses, our first display, quote unquote, was with a cotton blanket and books. So the houses were wobbly and certainly didn't look anything like what we had. I don't even know if we
rather catty.
Yeah, I don't even know if we had a tree to put on it. So
no.
So that was our beginning.
Yeah.
And then, as Joe said, we decided to stick with Department 56 because we both love Christmas. And the whimsical, to me, the whimsy of all of these houses were just, well, I couldn't resist. And
no, she couldn't. So we started hunting up eBay.
Yes.
Then we started beating down every Hallmark shop and department store and anywhere else they would sell Christmas villages, and we just went on a buying spree that would envy any real estate agent.
Yes.
I mean, oh my God.
Well, and we grew it from actually the first couple houses. I think we only actually kept maybe 2 of the very first houses that
That's all we had of the North Pole.
And then from there, we I don't know, somehow we ended up with 53.
50. Actually, we have more than this because we have other sets that we're not selling. So if you want to include all of those, we have closer to 70 houses right now.
Thousands of trees,
hundreds of elves.
Hundreds of elves.
Yes.
And then a ton of
landscape and trees and all kinds.
Little miniatures, which we'll talk about and get into more detail in later videos.
Yeah.
But this is really kind of our story. And, you know, it's kind of interesting how you start something and you have a passion for it, but you really don't know where that
it's going to take you. Yeah.
And we ended up with this huge display of, was it three great big tables?
Yes.
3 great big tables.
3 8-foot tables. So call it 24 feet.
Yes. And the in fact, we cleared out our living room.
We'll put a picture
we'll
or two
put a couple,
up. So you can see just how crazy we went. But all that said, so what we're going to do now is we've gotten older. I've gotten less mobile.
Yes.
It's so hard to put something of that mass together, and we don't have the room anymore because we don't have the energy.
We downsize. Quite honestly, I mean that's where the heart might be willing, but the body gave up a long time ago.
So we've decided that we're going to break these into vignettes.
Yes. And
sell them. And please, first off, I suggest you subscribe because you're going to want to see all the new videos we're putting up. And each one is going to be a separate vignette that you can purchase.
Yes.
You're going to be able to buy these, and including the houses, the elves, the scenery, the miniatures, you name it. It's all going to be inclusive in one vignette. So this is something that's not being done that I'm aware of anywhere else. So pay attention. But more importantly, the
inspiration.
We were so inspired.
Yes.
And when you see these pictures, we actually literally broke the North Pole into 4 different sections.
Yes, we had the visiting center, which one of the houses that really spoke to us a lot, I think, and actually was the particular inspiration for what we did later on, was when the department came out with a visiting center. And that's really when we said, well, Santa wouldn't be sitting in a house just visiting with elves. There's no reason to do that. He's everywhere in the North Pole. So that must mean that we're allowing certain people to come up and visit with Santa. And of course, there's a lot of houses. And in fact, you'll see one of these, which is a shop where they can go and buy things. So therefore we had the visiting center where everyday people would come up on the North Pole train and see Santa. Then we had
the manufacturing center.
Yes.
And that's where all the work took place.
Exactly.
Because that's where they created the toys, and that would include things like Legos and Crayola and
Jack in the Box, Toots Trains, and many, many more. And then we had Elf Mountain, which was a big mountain. That
was the recreational area. That's where the elves went to play and
test the toys. Because they had to test the toys, make sure everything was A-okay for that. And then we had
the woodlands.
The woodlands.
Yes.
Area.
And that's really where everything started. And we still had the elves working feverishly on getting wood ready for the various fireplaces around the North Pole, and also for the toys and the things that were still made.
Yeah.
Partially or completely with wood. So And then we had waterfalls, we
and
had
Santa
rivers,
and Mrs. Claus, actually, that's where they
well,
lived.
yeah, and actually
that was their
Santa,
personal home.
yeah.
And we had a great big skating party back there.
Oh my God, it was huge.
Yeah. So
beautiful.
That is kind of how
we based all that, and you'll see that in the pictures.
Yeah,
you can actually make out the four areas.
The different areas. So that's kind of what we built. And then, of course, I think one of the things of actually building this whole thing was we were up close and personal. We were on our hands and knees. We were planning things out, and
and it took forever to build it, but obviously we don't have that time or that luxury anymore. The other thing is, once this was built and once we were doing all these wonderful Christmas visits with our church and with our community.
Oh, yes, we opened it up.
Yeah, people would come to our open houses just to see this.
Yes.
I mean, and we had a pretty steady stream all Christmas long.
We did.
But what else it did is it inspired me in a way. Now, I was already being a writer. I worked with the local magazine. I was a feature writer on that, and I was putting in 2 to 3 articles every issue, and so I was already writing, but I hadn't written any books.
Well, wouldn't you want to say that you became Santa Claus first?
Well, I was going to kind of keep that as a surprise, but yeah. All right, she wants me to tell it in chronological order. I get it. All right, well, here's what happened. So I was mentioning all these open houses and people coming through and everything else, and everybody was just saying such wonderful things.
Oh, yeah, they loved what we did. I mean, They really did. They really did.
So I came up with this brilliant idea, and I came up to Mary. I said, I think I'd like to portray Santa Claus and to dress as Santa Claus. If we're going to have all these people coming in and visiting our village and everything else, I think I want to be Santa. Well, bless her heart, she went along with the idea. So we went out to the local hobby store and picked up a suit.
Yes, out of a package.
Wasn't a pretty suit, but it was a suit. And I dressed up as Santa, and I had a blast. And the ones that came over and saw me had a blast. I mean, we were all just having a
kids said, "Oh, there's Santa Claus.
There's Santa."
Yeah.
So, and they thought it was so cool that Santa was in the North Pole.
Absolutely.
So that started a journey that I couldn't even begin to explain. However, if you visit a visit with Santa and Mrs. Claus, you'll see a lot of what we wound up doing over 25 years.
Yes.
And some of the experiences and the events that we've done and
still continuing.
And still continue. Yes, I'm active again this year.
Yes.
I'm going to be very busy November, December again.
Yes.
But yes, so after 25 years, I'm still Santa Claus.
Yeah,
and
still Santa Claus.
Bringing joy to others because they're bringing joy to me.
Yes.
So.
And then started.
Yes. It wasn't bad enough to do all this and to be Santa and try and be busy. I thought, well, I got a little spare time during the rest of the year. And that's when I decided I was going to start writing books.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And boy, did we
you start writing books. We have novels.
We have children's books.
We have some short story Christmas books.
We have regular Christmas books.
Yeah, and so
And as you can see in front of you, these are most, not all of the titles, but they're, a lot of them. So where did I get the inspiration for all these books?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. For instance, this is our Sweet Rock Candy Mine. Sweet Rock Candy Company. And it had a candy mine that we built.
Yes.
And that elf would go up and down the mine and mine for hard rock candy.
Yeah, because we ran out of coal.
Yes, we ran out of coal. So we were now doing hard rock candy.
Yes.
So I decided to do a story on just that. When we ran out of coal, and Jamie Hardrock, who's our chief mining elf, in charge of Sweet Rock, decided to start pulling out hard candy. And oh my God, now we fill the stockings and my shelf with hard rock candy. So that was, and now Jamie is going to go with, Sweet Rock Candy Company.
Yes.
And we're going to do a vignette strictly with the house and the elves and that kind of thing. But we will also give you the option of getting either the hardcover or the soft cover of Jamie Hardrock, which is our inspiration for the vignettes you're going to get. And
then we also have this little house right here. This is gift wrap and ribbons, this little store. So now we have, of course, Shelley Wrap It Up, who is the master design elf, and she makes all the gift wrap and ribbon up at the North Pole. So this
is her house.
Her house. And that's the inspiration for her. And the same thing, we're going to create a really nice vignette with this house. And if you want, you can have an option to buy an autographed copy of the hard or the soft cover.
Yes, I forgot to mention that. All these books, if you take that option, will be autographed by the author and the illustrator.
Yes.
Mary drew all the books.
Yes, I did all the illustrations. And this is just an example, because we're not going to, have this go on forever. This is just 2 of the houses and 2 of the books. We have our other books, which will also be showcased with a vignette. So you want to make sure you pay attention to that.
And it's not just children's elves.
No.
We have novels that literally, I took the whole story of that entire huge display and put it into novels. And this is number 2 of the Santa Claus trilogy.
Yes.
So there's a first origin story, there's a continuing story, and a final story. So, and all of those were, again, inspired by all of these.
So it again, when I was talking about you just never know, we obviously had no indication, nothing that said that by putting this display together, we would then have, right now, we have 17 books published. Is that right?
That's correct.
We have an 18th
coming out this month.
And we are continuing to write and publish, so that's still an ongoing thing.
And one I have to talk about briefly.
Yes, I wish you would.
This is the Christmas Eve journey. Now, it just so happens my last name is Moore, as is hers. And it's even more of a coincidence that way back in 1823, Clement Clark Moore wrote A Visit with St. Nicholas, or as we better know it, The Night Before Christmas. Mary Moore was the first illustrator of that book. Not this Mary Moore.
No.
Okay? She's older, but not that old.
No.
But after 25 years as a Santa, I thought, oh, God, there should be a version where Santa tells the story of the night before Christmas and what it meant to him. So we did that, and Mary again illustrated this. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. I mean, the illustrations in this thing are just phenomenal, but more importantly, this is the same rhyme, same rhythm, same cadence, and sounds very much like the night before Christmas, except Santa is now telling his story.
Yes.
So it's from a different point of view. It's from Santa's point of view. And that goes with anything you see behind us, because it's all having to do with Christmas. So even that was, again, inspired by all of this. Because we could envision the North Pole every time I put pen to paper.
Or I put,
mouse to computer.
Mouse to computer, because that's how I draw. But it was always in the back of my head of walking through the paths of the North Pole, of, doing different things. So anyway, this is about
so that's
us.
Basically about Mary and myself,
and how we came from this to this
to Santa, to
and we're still going.
So I'll warn you. Here's my disclaimer, okay? If you get one of these vignettes, it could open an entirely new life for you. Because not only will you get the bug on this thing, but when you get far enough down, I even have a book on how to become Santa Claus. So, you may be telling a similar story down the road and going, well, it was all because of these people that did a video.
Yeah, that's right.
On their North Pole series that inspired me. And that goes for Mrs. Claus, too.
Oh, yeah. No,
there's a lot in there about how to be a Mrs. Claus.
Yes.
So, anyway, but we've obviously, you can tell by the excitement in our voice and everything, we're very jazzed about where this journey has taken us, and we've loved every minute of it.
And we're excited to share.
And we're excited to give this kind of a feeling to you.
Yes.
So by all means, follow our videos and make sure, and if you have any questions about anything, we'll put in the website for the books.
Sure.
And, and again, you'll have options to buy a book with a particular house if it goes with it.
Yeah.
And, we'll be happy to answer any questions about how we do our Santa and Mrs. Claus or anything else you may be interested in. And we have memberships.
We do.
So you should definitely, again, make sure you...
Oh, and then, certainly, yes, like and subscribe and get those notifications. But just as and also we, since we built this huge entire display, we actually are going to have a set of videos as we put together the vignettes of how we do it, and tips and tricks and ideas that you can incorporate as you go forward to build your own.
Yeah, we learned a thing or two over the last quarter century plus. Yes. And it is fun, and you can really get lost in this. But it's also very joyful, and whether it's yourself or your friends or your families, they're all going to love this and what it can do for your own home. So, and we're going to make it easy for you.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Anyway, well, keep up with us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, and we'll be doing a few vignettes every week.
Yes, thanks again.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.